Boswell Media Sports.
Good afternoon, Whippet fans, and welcome to another edition of Kosciusko Whippets Baseball from Boswell Media Sports. Rick Riley coming to you from Union County, Mississippi, here on a Saturday. It's a beautiful day, not like yesterday. Had a lot of rain up in the area, then not able to get the ball game in, but today I don't think that's going to be a problem. Chamber of Commerce Day here from New Albany, Mississippi, as the Whippets get ready to take on the New Albany Bulldogs in game number 2 of this second round playoff series. Whippets got the run rule victory in game 1 on Thursday. That was a 12-2 6-inning affair. Whippets are trying to punch their ticket to the next round. We got Donald Bain back in the studios there on Golf Course Road in Kosciusko. So we will jump right in and tell you that we have a number of ways for you to follow our ball game this evening. As always, 103.7, Breezy 103 there in the central Mississippi area. Also, if you're traveling, maybe in a vehicle outside of listening range, you have the Breezy 103 app available for free, Apple, iTunes, Google Play Store. And also, we have the video feed available to you here on the Breezy 103 FM YouTube channel. You're able to find that, so I imagine we have a number of folks that have us on maybe on their smart TVs or maybe on a porch on an iPad or a smartphone, maybe at another ball game, Kosciusko Lady Whippets softball. They're getting ready to play just up the road from us in Mooreville. I believe they start at 7 o'clock, so we'll give you updates on that one. So there might be some folks there watching or listening to us. We appreciate you for tuning in as the first pitch ceremony going on here at Legion Field, B&A Park. That's where we are here. Right off the side of Highway, I believe that's Highway 22 that runs out beyond the outfield fence. But B&A Park, Legion Field, we are ready to go. Kosciusko comes in with a record of 20-8, 8-0 in Region 4-4A. New Albany is 22-10. They were 4-4 in their region. They finished third in Region 1-4A. So we will give you tonight's starting lineups here on our Premier Medical pregame show. Holmes Community College brings you starting lineups. First up, the visitors, the Kosciusko Whippets, occupying the first base dugout this evening. Lineup looks the same as it did in game 1. There's some changes in positions, but as far as the batting order, that's going to be about identical. Brooks Kewen will lead things off. He'll bat first, play left field. Reese Atkinson, he'll bat second. He'll be your designated hitter. Aiden Howard will bat third. He'll play first base. Carson Filial bats fourth, plays third base. Jackson Schuler will bat fifth. He's your catcher. Brendan Truss will bat sixth. He'll be at shortstop. Bradley Goss starts the bottom third of the order at number 7, playing center field. Bradley Goss will be in the batting order, batting 8th, playing second base. Braden Rigby goes from second base out to right field, and he'll bat 9th, and it's J.D. Cummins on the mound for the Whippets. So it goes Kewen, Atkinson, Howard, Filial, Schuler, Truss, Goss, Smith, Rigby, and Cummins on the mound. For the home team, the New Albany Bulldogs, who are in the third base dugout off to my left, very, very similar lineup to the other night as well. Darian Jackson will bat first. He'll play center field. Landon Evans will bat second. He'll play first base. Connor Yarbrough, he was the pitcher in game 1. He'll be batting third, handling designated hitter duties. Parker Hicks bats fourth. He'll be shortstop. Parker Skinner will bat fifth. He'll be on the bump. Finn Willis, he'll bat sixth, be at third base, the bottom third of the order. Sam Ewing will catch. Cohen Young will bat 8th and play left field. Noah Cooper will bat 9th and play second base, and it's Pierce Ray who will play right field. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Holmes Community College. We'll step aside for our prayer and our national anthem.
Parents and students are just shocked when they find out with a 20 on your ACT, you could go to Home CC for free. Do you have a 20 on your ACT?
Why, yes. Wait. Hold on a sec. You're right. I am shocked. You're saying my tuition could be free?
Yes, and your household income does not matter.
Why in the world would Holmes Community College offer free tuition with a 20 on the ACT?
See, we don't want you drowning in college debt when you graduate. In fact, all of us here at Holmes are so committed to our students' success, we've kept our tuition lower than every other state community college. And even though parents and students are shocked by it and have a hard time believing it, just remember, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT at Holmes CC.
Sounds to me like there's no place like Holmes.
That's Holmes Community College.
Papa, where are you at?
Miles, I'm fixing to go flying.
Wait a minute, Papa. I can't go fishing, but you can go flying?
I guess you're right, Miles. If you can't go fishing, I can't go flying, we've got to get to selling some cars.
Chevy.com.
Or come see us on Highway 35 North. Tell them Miles sent you. All right, Miles, you can go fishing now.
Papa, I got one and it's huge.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko.
Chevrolet.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson.
I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Your good health is our priority.
When it comes to your children, you always want the best in care. Pediatricians Dr. Abby Wiltshire and Dr. Helen Turner at Premier Medical Group will take care of your child and listen to you. For sickness, wellness, or vaccinations, call 662-289-1800 for an appointment.
Boswell Media Sports.
That's a wrap on the Premier Medical pregame show as we get ready for the Central Electric Power Association first pitch. It will be Parker Skinner on the mound for the Bulldogs of New Albany. He'll face off 1, 2, 3 in the batting order. Brooks Kuhn, Reese Atkinson, and Aiden Howard. Taking a look at Parker Skinner's numbers on the season, 40 innings pitched, giving up 39 hits, 31 runs. Just 21 of those are earned. He's walked 16, struck out 46, has a 3.68 earned run average. Skinner has signed to play his collegiate ball over in Moorhead at Mississippi Delta Community College. So he'll stand in and face off against the lefty, Brooks Kuhn, as we are just about ready for baseball. First pitch is lined into center field. Darren Jackson with a diving catch. One pitch and one out. 6:03 is our Central Electric Power Association first pitch. Whippets did this a lot the other night. Swung at the first pitch. So I'll be aggressive at the plate. First pitch to Reese Atkinson's low and outside for ball one. And Atkinson takes that one up high off the arm, so the Whippets will have a base runner. Aiden Howard, the Whippets' first baseman, will come up. Howard had a big hit the other night, that big 3-run home run that really sealed the deal in the 5th inning. But the left-hander will face off against the right-hander, Parker Skinner. Atkinson with a decent lead. The pitch floats in there for a strike to Howard. Oh, Skinner will throw back over to first base. Atkinson's back, no tag applied. Whippets going with the black tops and the gray pants. Got them in their road uniforms this year as Skinner fires in pitch number 2. Howard takes it for a strike. We have black tops. They have gray pants with the maroon pinstripes. They have maroon numerals. Kosciusko written in maroon across the chest. And it's the all-white uniforms for New Albany. White tops, white pants. They have black numerals, but New Albany is written in maroon. New Albany also maroon and white for their color scheme, but those numbers are black. They have black hats with the NA logo on them. No score here in the first inning of play. First inning for Whippets baseball brought to you by Pickles Drug Store. Howard hits it, but it's going to be just a long foul ball down the third base line. That's a Farm Bureau foul ball. And some kids down there playing off to our left. There's a softball tournament going on here at B&A Park today. There, good luck finding a parking spot as there's a throw over. As Atkinson backs in under the tag of Evans. But yeah, there's not really a parking spot to be found anywhere. And Howard will be called out on strikes. The breaking pitch came in and caught the inside corner, froze Howard there.
Third baseman Carson Filial.
It'll be 2 outs in the inning. It'll bring up the Whippets' third baseman, Carson Filial. One of the team leaders in batting average and runs driven in. Right-hander steps in to work against Skinner. Atkinson headed for second base. Here comes the throw. It's to the wide side of the bag, and Atkinson able to swipe second. Pitch out of the zone for ball one. So now the Whippets have a runner in scoring position. And Carson Filial, power hitter at the plate. No score. Top of the first. That one right down the middle. Fastball. Will even up the count at 1-1. Skinner comes set at the waist, checks the runner back at second a couple of times. Now he goes home. Filial hits it a long way, but it's drifting foul. It's down there into the players' parking lot. It had the distance to be a home run. It was just to the right of the foul pole. As it is, it's just a long strike two and another Farm Bureau foul ball. That's about where I was going to park my vehicle. But I thought better of it and parked it over closer to where the Whippet bus was. I was out there, I'm not sure. The visiting team radio guy parking in the players' parking lot might not have gone over so well. So I said, you know what? I'll move over towards the Whippets, the Whippets bus. So good thing I did, because that would have hit right where my Jeep was parked. So it was a good call on my part. But right now, Skinner checks the runner at second base. 1-2 pitch low. It's going to scoot away from Ewing, and it will allow Atkinson to get over to third base. It'll be a 2-2 count. Whippets have a runner just 90 feet away, trying to draw first blood here in this game number 2. Second round playoff series. We were here 2 years ago in a game 2 as well. It's 2024 as Skinner's going to step off the mound. Now he's back ready to go. That ball will be lined, but right to Cooper. He will pull it out of the air for the final outs. Oh, Whippets go down in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So head to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless between Kosciusko and New Albany.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko, New Albany. The Whippets get a runner to third base, not able to bring him home. So it'll be New Albany's turn at the plate. They'll send the top of the order there. Darian Jackson, Landon Evans, Connor Yarbrough. They'll face off against the big left-hander, J.D. Cummins. Meridian Community College commit on the season, 25 2/3 innings pitched. He has given up 15 hits, 17 runs, 9 earned runs. He's walked 15, struck out 51. He's got a 2.45 earned run average. And here's maybe the most impressive stat. Batters hitting just 176 against J.D. So he'll be tasked with taming this New Albany lineup. So you got Cummins on the mound. Schuler's behind the plate. Howard's at first base. Braxton Smith playing second base. Brendan Truss is at shortstop. Carson Filial is at third base. Left to right in the outfield will be Brooks Kewen, Bradley Goss, and Braden Rigby. Rigby goes from second base out to right field. Oh, Darian Jackson will come up to the plate. Jackson had a single in the game Thursday. Had a single, reached on a walk, and popped out. So he was a tough out, which is what you expect from the top of the order. Darian Jackson, a .360 hitter, leads the team in runs scored. What? Cummins blows one past him, swinging strike one to Darian Jackson. Lady Whippets softball taking on Moorville today. We're trying to find us a correspondent over there. The ball will be chopped to shortstop. Truss is going to have to hurry. Throws, gets it in time. Good play by Truss. Sat back on it off a funky hop and got the speedy Jackson out at first base. And there's one down in the inning. It'll bring up the first baseman, Landon Evans. Evans, as there's one fouled off to the right on a Farm Bureau foul ball. If everything holds right, JD and Landon will be teammates soon. They're both committed to Meridian Community College, both juniors, so they know these guys. They know each other very well as there's strike two called on the outside corner. Braxton Smith also going to be going to Meridian. Outside ball one. That one's set in stone. Braxton's already got a signature. Now, JD and Landon could technically still change their mind. That is the verbal commit. But no score here in the bottom of the first inning. Then Kosciusko and New Albany. That one runs low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Cummins got ahead 2-0 or 0-2. But Evans is taking a couple of pitches here. Here's the 2-2. Swinging strike 3. Got him to chase one. Bottom fell out of that one. That's a Dickerson Petroleum strikeout. 2 outs in the inning now. Connor Yarbrough. He was the pitcher in the game Thursday night. Tonight, that's all he's doing is hitting. He doesn't have to play the field defensively. But first pitch, swinging strike 1. Yarbrough, .425 batting average. He's also going to be playing collegiate baseball. Not too far away over in Boonville. Long way from Kosciusko, not as that's a called strike. Some of the Bulldog fans don't seem to agree. I was going to say some of the maroon and white fans, but there's a lot of maroon and white up here. 0-2 pitch. That one's up and out for ball one. We mentioned in the broadcast Thursday that Yarborough is going to be playing in that same all-star game with Carson Filial. That one's high, ball two. They'll both be playing on the north, so they'll be teammates in that Mississippi Association of Coaches for a 5A all-star game later in the month of May down at William Carey. That's a called strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. And the Bulldogs go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We won inning in the books, still scoreless between Kosciusko and New Albany.
In every sport, the goal is to be the very best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We strive hard to make every policy, quote, and claim a highlight. Our goal is to be your MVP. That's your most valuable protection on auto, home, commercial, and life insurance needs. The championship service from your Alpha lineup is consistently improving to score you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Call us today at 662-289-1024 or stop by our office at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko and visit our team of Jennifer Bruce, Diane Edwards, or myself, Chris Coleman, and allow us the opportunity to take the insurance playing field with you. We want you on our team at Alpha, the Chris Coleman Agency in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back here at Legion Field, the one in New Albany, not the one in Birmingham. Baseball, not football, between the Whippets and the Bulldogs. Top of the second inning. Second innings for Whippets baseball, presented by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. We're scoreless. Kosciusko will send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Jackson Schuler, Brendan Truss, and Bradley Goss. Well, Schuler was our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game from Thursday night. We'll see what happens here. The first pitch he saw Thursday night, he sent almost to Landrum Field. That was a home run. So the Whippets, we talked about it being very aggressive, jumping on the first pitch. Not that time. That time, Parker Skinner's fastball was downstairs, so it'll be ball one. That's one that catches the outside corner. I say you give a lot of credit to Sam Ewing on that one. Did a good job of framing and presenting it. 1-1. And that one was right down the middle. That one was all Skinner. Strike number 2 to the Whippets junior catcher. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Bounces to the plate. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. We know who is awaiting the winner of this series. That would be North Pontotoc. North Pontotoc swept Ripley 2-0. They didn't get to play last night either. They played today. And Schuler sends one to shortstop. Hicks up with it, and he fires over to first base for the out. 6-3 put out. It'll send Brendan Truss, the Whippets shortstop, to the plate. North Pontotoc beat Ripley. I tuned in about the 5th inning on the way up here. My buddy Michael Harrison does the play-by-play for the Ripley Tigers, as first pitch will be fouled off. A Farm Bureau foul ball from Brendan Truss. But it was a tight ball game. It was 3-2 when I tuned in, but then North Pontotoc just went on a run. There's another one that'll be rolled to Hicks. He'll glove it. Floated over to first base for another out. Back-to-back putouts for Parker Hicks. 2 outs quickly in the inning for the Whippets, as it'll send the center fielder, Bradley Goss. So if you're Whippet fans and you're thinking, well, will we have another long drive if the Whippets are able to win? Yes, you'll have almost the same drive, because from North Pontotoc over here to New Albany, as Skinner's first pitch is in there for a called strike, it's 15 minutes. 15 minutes from North Pontotoc over here to New Albany. Low ball 1. No score here in the top of the second inning. Goss will hit one deep. It'll be backhanded by Hicks on a long throw. It'll pull the first baseman Evans off the bag, and I would assume they're going to rule that an infield hit. But I'll have to wait and see. That's what I would assume. It wasn't exactly a routine play. Hicks did get to it. The
Number 1, Braxton Smith.
throw pulled the first baseman Evans off the bag. Braxton Smith will be at the plate. 2 outs and throw over to first base. The Whippets were aggressive running the bases in game 1. No reason to think they'd be any different here. Ooh, they are going to give Hicks an error. So call that E6. Smith playing second base tonight, or this afternoon. A throw back behind the runner, but it goes down into right field. Goss is up, and he'll be standing at second base. Ewing tried to get to him, just airmailed it over the head of Evans at first base. So the Whippets will have a runner out in scoring position. Braxton Smith at the plate. See what Smith did in the game. He had a single, a couple of walks, and a strikeout Thursday's game. Makes him 1 for 2. Looks at a strike. 1-1 count. I think out of all the Whippets that went with the, well, I've been calling it the Slim Shady hair, the bleach blonde, I think Braxton's is the best. I mean, he's got a head full of curly hair. I think he went all in. All of that dye he dumped right into his hair. So he committed. A couple of checks on the runner. Goss is headed for third base. Here's the throw. They're going to get him in a rundown. Back to shortstop. Back to Evans. And now they're going to dive it in. They say he's safe. Safe. They say that he got in under the tag. I think Goss had maybe just resigned to give himself up there. But the throw, when they tossed it back, I think was a little bit high. So that allowed Goss, who's got some good speed, he's a center fielder. He goes under the tag. Coach Wheeler's going to come out and, talk to the umpire and maybe make an appeal with the infield umpire. But it seems like we're not going to get any change. It was a hit and run, so Smith swung. Didn't hold up his end of the bargain, so it was a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But for the second inning in a row, the Whippets have a runner over at third base. Can they bring him home? Skinner kicks and throws. Close pitch there. That was just off the edge, 2-2. That's Ewing doing a pretty good job of bringing that one back in. That one's outside. It's going to pop out of the glove of Ewing, but not far enough to allow Goss to come home. It'll be a full count. Good at bat here from Braxton Smith. Whippets looking for their first run here in their half of the second inning. So here's the payoff pitch. Hit in the air to right field. That is going to get down. 1 run scores over the head of Ray. They're going to send Smith all the way to third base. He'll be in there standing up with a triple. Now it rolls past the bag at third. He's going to try to go home, and he will. Bases clearing triple for Braxton Smith, and the Whippets have a 2-0 lead. So give Smith the triple. Run driven in, and then there's an error on the throw over to third base.
Number 11, Rigby.
With 2 outs, the Whippets are still alive. It'll bring up the right fielder, Braden Rigby, and he takes one low in the zone. They got I was going to say give a little bit of a break to Ray out in right field, as that one's called a strike. Right field going to be hard to play today. You're staring at anybody on the right side of the infield, or right side of the field, as that one's chopped to third base. Willis will play it off a couple of hops, and he'll throw over in time to get the runner. But the Whippets are able to get 2 runs on 1 hit. 2 errors, nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Kosciusko leads it 2-0.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back here at Legion Field, Kosciusko able to plate 2 runs in their half of the second inning, and they will lead it 2-0. It will be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the New Albany Bulldogs here in this inning. Parker Hicks, the shortstop, Parker Skinner, the pitcher, and Finn Willis, the third baseman. Is Big Mountain? Is that Parker Hicks? Is that what the Big Mountain? It's the Baby I Love Your Way for the walk-up, but not the Peter Frampton version. I think it's Big Mountain. That pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Well, anyway, we'll hear that one too often for a walk-up song. I always like to hear the ones that are kind of, a little different. That pitch is up and out, ball 2. J.D. Cummins on the mound for the Whippets. Second innings for Kosciusko baseball, presented by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. And that one stays upstairs, ball 3. 3-0, the count. Don't imagine Hicks would be swinging at this one. Cummins hasn't been anywhere near the zone. And it is upstairs. That's a 4-pitch walk. The first one issued by J.D. Cummins. It'll send up the pitcher, Parker Skinner. Skinner was 0 for 3 in that game Thursday. Grounded out and had a couple of strikeouts as Cummins switches to the stretch here. He goes inside corner, catches the strike. You figure Skinner was going to be taken there as 4 straight pitches out of the zone. And play your averages. The lefty winds and throws. That one stays up. Ball 2. 1-1 count. We forgot to give you the Atala County Co-op field conditions and weather report. We will do that as that fastball stays a little bit low in the zone. We told you it was a Chamber of Commerce day up here, not too many clouds in the sky. For as much as it rained yesterday, the field looks great. I'm not sure how much it hasn't rained here in New Albany, but we know how long we've been without rain in Kosciusko. So I imagine the field could have held a lot. As there's a throw over, it would have taken a NOAA level of rain to probably soak the field, as much drought as we've had, but looks great. 77 degrees, wind gusts up to 7 miles an hour coming out of the south. That one's low and inside, ball 3. 3-1 to count to Parker Skinner. The field conditions weather report brought to you by the Atala County Co-op. But it's a beautiful night for baseball. It was a beautiful day there in Kosciusko for the Natchez Trace Festival. They catch the runner moving, throw to first. Now they're going to get him in a rundown. Smith is going to throw, and Hicks dives in, or I should say dives. He slips, and so they catch him on the 3-2-3 putout. So 1 out in the inning. Good pickoff move there. Negates that leadoff walk. And it'll be a 3-1 count to the batter, Parker Skinner. Cummins throws. It's a little slow roller. Truss plays it off a second hop. Will throw. Gets it in time for the out. Good defense by Truss out there. Wasn't hit very sharply, so he had to charge up on it and get it. So 6-3 on the putout. And Finn Willis will walk to the plate. Willis plays third base. He got to pitch some the other night. In the ball game, he reached on an error Thursday. Other than that, he popped out and was struck out. But Willis is a senior, .225 batting average, and a couple of doubles on the season and 76 at-bats. He goes the opposite way, and Rigby comes in, dives, goes to his knees, and makes the catch. So for New Albany in the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2 in the books. Kosciusko 2, New Albany 0.
When something happens to your car, you might say, "Oh, come on. Seriously? This is so extra." But what you could say is, "Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there." Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim. This is so extra. Get someone who can actually help.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Boswell Media Sports.
We'll go to the top of the third inning. Kosciusko leads New Albany 2-0. Burke Riley with you here from Union County, Mississippi. The New Albany tennis team being recognized as they won the 4A state championship. We told you that the other night in the broadcast when Hayes Tyler, the 4A boys single state champion, joined us. So they do it differently. They can do a team championship, and then you can win individual championships. So the team as a New Albany as a whole won the championship, but Hayes Tyler won the 4A boys single. But New Albany, a tennis powerhouse. I believe, was it last year or the year before, where the boys singles from New Albany eliminated Hayes from the state tournament. So in New Albany, even when I was in school back 20 years ago, New Albany, very, very good in tennis. Kosciusko have the top of the order. Coming to the plate, 1, 2, and 3. Brooks Kewen, Reese Atkinson, and Aiden Howard. Kewen hit one hard. First pitch he saw, he lined it out to center field. It was caught by Darian Jackson. But Skinner will throw. Leaves it up. Ball 1. Third innings for Whippets baseball, brought to you by Sunstar Insurance. That one's right down the middle. 4, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the Whippets center fielder, Brooks Kewen. That one's outside. 2-1. one's a little bit upstairs and outside. 3-1 the count. Kewen, left-handed batter. Skinner throws, he swings, comes up empty over the top of that one. Runs it to a full count. Remind you that we do have tonight's game for you on YouTube, Breezy 103 FM, as there's the payoff pitch. It's looped in the air to left field, but Young will range over to his left, only a couple of steps, and he'll haul it in for the first out.
Designated hitter, Reese Atkinson.
But our streams, online audio and video streams, brought to you by Frank Chevrolet. It's Reese Atkinson at the plate. Looks at strike one. Atkinson hit by a pitch. His first at bat. Made it as far as third base, but Whippets weren't able to bring him home. That one's in there for strike two. As I said Thursday, good to see Atkinson back in the lineup. Been dealing with that elbow injury all season. Up, ball one. Whippets would love to have him on the mound. Committed to the University of Southern Mississippi. 1-2 pitch. I think that one caught him. It did. That one caught him on the wrist as well. So that's the second hit batsman
First baseman Aiden Howard.
for Parker Skinner. They're both Reese Atkinson, Aiden Howard. Whippets left-handed first baseman will come up. He was a strikeout victim. His first at bat. That's something you say often about the senior. There's a throw over to first. Howard going to be playing his college baseball down at Goodman. Holmes Community College. He and Carson Filial. A lot of college baseball players on the field here in this ball game. Atkinson headed for second base. And Ewing double clutches, doesn't throw, and Atkinson swipes second. So I believe the pitch was called a ball, so it should be 2-0. And see, the umpire did not give a signal. No, that's ball one. It's the first. And that ball's hit hard down in the right field corner. It is a foul ball. It was gone, but it was gone foul. Turned on it just like the home run he hit on Thursday. It's about 334 down the right field line. He got that one all of about 345, maybe 350, but they say it was just foul. So as it stands, it's just a long Farm Bureau foul ball. That will draw a meeting between Ewing and his pitcher, Skinner. They're kind of going to talk that one out after you hang one up there for Howard. We're seeing it very, very well. So 1-1 as Atkinson gets a good lead out at second base. Skinner will stare him down. And will throw. This pitch was a little bit up and out. So 2 balls, 1 strike to the Whippets first baseman. 2-0, Kosciusko, top of the third inning. Long look back at second base. And that one's about eye level. 3-1. 3-1. Good count here. Good hitters count. Runner out at second base. Get a ball 4 chant from the Whippets dugout. That one will catch the corner. Good location. Good spot there for Skinner. It's one of those that trying to get that corner call. He'll lean in. Comes set. Payoff pitch. That's a breaking ball that did not break. And that's a walk. Whippets have runners at first and second. And only 1 out. That's the first walk issued by Skinner. He does have a 2-hit batsman, but technically the first base on balls right there. Carson Filial comes up. He lined out to second base to end the first inning. Infield back, maybe thinking double play right here. But Filial, the righty, hits one high in the air to center field. Jackson will go back, and he'll watch it sail over the wall. A 3-run home run for Carson Filial. Well, that one hung up there. Wasn't quite sure it was going to get out of the park, but it went right over the B&A Park sign out there in right center field. Jackson even thought he was going to be able to bring it down, but it will be touch 'em all for Carson Filial.
Number 4, Jackson Schuler.
That makes it 5-0. Still just one out in the inning. Jackson Schuler will take strike one. Schuler grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. And he sends another one to shortstop. Hicks up with it. Sends it to first base for the out. That's just out number 2. It'll be Brendan Truss at the plate, the Whippets shortstop.
Brendan Truss.
Truss also grounded to shortstop his last at bat. Kosciusko's put 3 across. Truss takes a strike on the inside corner. And watches another called strike. So Skinner quickly ahead in the count, and he's ready to go. Now it's pulled to third base, stopped nicely by Willis, and throws to get the out. A good defensive play there. Gets the Whippets, or gets the Bulldogs out of the inning. But Kosciusko's able to get 3 runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. We will go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kosciusko 5, New Albany 0.
Parents and students are just shocked when they find out with a 20 on your ACT, you could go to Home CC for free. Do you have a 20 on your ACT?
Why, yes. Wait. Hold on a sec. You're right. I am shocked. You're saying my tuition could be free?
Yes, and your household income does not matter.
Why in the world would Holmes Community College offer free tuition with a 20 on the ACT?
See, we don't want you drowning in college debt when you graduate. In fact, all of us here at Holmes are so committed to our students' success, we've kept our tuition lower than every other state community college. And even though parents and students are shocked by it and have a hard time believing it, just remember, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT at Holmes CC.
Sounds to me like there's no place like Holmes.
That's Holmes Community College.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko leads New Albany 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5 runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Whippets. So far, no runs, no hits on 2 errors for the New Albany Bulldogs. I'm going to take a look in the stat book here and see how many home runs that Carson Filial has this year, because that was a 3-run shot. Unless these are updated in real time, that would be his 2nd home run. Now, the iPad says he's got 1 home run. So either that was the first, if they're updated in real time, or he had 1 coming into the ball game. I'll have to see what I can sort out. But that's either his 1st or 2nd home run on the season. We've talked about, high school stats and rosters and everything. It can be kind of hard to track down the accurate ones, so we'll do our best. But Ewing will lead things off, the bottom 3rd of the order. Sam Ewing, he's the catcher this evening. He'll take a strike 1 on the outside corner from the Whippets left-hander, J.D. Cummins. Cummins comes back inside and sort of an off-balance swing there from Ewing. Didn't really look like he figured that one out. Ewing was a designated hitter. He had a double. Led off the third inning with a double. After that, he walked. He pulls that one to the third base side. It rolls under the glove of a diving Carson Filio. So Ewing on with what I would assume would be a single. But we'll wait and see how they score that. But it's the first, if it is a hit, it's the first hit of the ball game. They do indeed give Ewing the single. As I said, it wasn't routine. I mean, Filio did have to dive to his left. Even if he stops that, he's going to have a hard time jumping up and throwing out a runner like Ewing. So it's a single, runner at first base. We got Andrew Kerbo came in to be the courtesy runner for the catcher. As the first pitch to Cohen Young, the left fielder, is high. Ball one. Young was 0 for 2 in Thursday's ball game. And a throw over, it's going to be close. And back under the tag. Almost caught Gernbo leaning there. They've already picked off one. But, you know, JD is that left-hander, so he's got that good look at first base. A long look at first. Now he goes to the plate. That's a called strike. Caught the outside corner. 1-1 the count. He should be getting ready to start playing over in Mooreville. I think we have our correspondent boots on the ground for softball to give us updates. Another throw over there. Lady Whippets need to win that one. They want to keep that series alive. They lost 10-2, I believe, Thursday night. We're two outs away from a Game 1 win. And Mooreville found its second win, and there's a foul ball. Farm Bureau foul ball off to the right. Oh, we got a warning over to the third base dugout. Maybe too many guys outside the dugout other than the couple of batters that are on deck and in the hole. Well, home plate umpire giving that. Another throw over. Kosciusko in the lead, 5-0 in the bottom of the third inning. A runner at first base and no outs. The number 8 batter in the order, Cohen Young. That time called. Got a really cool student deck down on the third base side just beyond the dugout. I mentioned that when we were here 2 years ago. Swinging strike 3. Chased one outside, and that will be the third Dickerson Petroleum strikeout for J.D. Cummins. One down in the inning. Noah Cooper will come to the plate. He only got the one at bat in the ball game on Thursday. His first time through the order, he was pinch hit for. Second time through the order, he was walked. So technically, he did not have an at bat, so just had a plate appearance in the game. But yeah, the student deck down there, really, really cool. Kosciusko kind of had one like that. There's a swinging strike one. But they got cowbells, and they're hanging on the fence, and they're here to support their ball club. I like to see when the students show up like that, especially on a Saturday. Swinging strike 2, another one of those, not quite an excuse me swing because he went all the way around, but you could tell just got kind of off balance. Didn't get the arms extended there, so Cooper not able to figure that one out. But 2 quick strikes, J.D. ahead in the count. He'll throw over to first and keep the runner there. Back to the top of the order after this, unless there's a double play ball. Swinging strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 4 Dickerson Petroleum strikeouts in the ball game. And we will go to the top of the order. Darian Jackson will be at the plate. Jackson grounded out to shortstop. Defensive Player of the Year here in Region 1 4A. So we talked about that Thursday night. He's good at the plate with a 360 average, but it's like he might be even better defensively. He made a good defensive play, first play of the game, as he dove and stole a base hit away from Brooks Kewen as Cummins slings one over to first again. Really trying to keep that runner on. What you would have to think with this being a courtesy runner, he's got some speed, so you got to keep him in check over there. First pitch goes upstairs, ball one. I'm really not sure who all got games in last night or yesterday because of the rain across much of the state. I don't think Moorville and Louisville got their game in. Moorville won game one. So if they're playing a game two, that one would be there in Winston County tonight. Another pitch that stayed up, ball two. Only one we know is that North Pontotoc has gone final. North Pontotoc defeated Ripley in 2 games, so they are awaiting the winner of this one. So the Vikings, whoever wins this series. If the Whippets win tonight, it would be the Whippets versus the Vikings. That's a pitch called strike one. If the Bulldogs force a game 3, we would still have to wait and see one day next week who would face off against the Vikings. That one's upstairs and spins away, does Jackson, so 3-1. I believe we talked about that. I believe North Pontotoc was the 2 seed out of this region. I believe it was Corinth, North Pontotoc, New Albany, and then Tishomingo County. So New Albany and North Pontotoc would be a rematch if the Bulldogs are able to go. We got to call time or something. The home plate umpire comes and says something to J.D. Cummins. 3-1. That's up. Ball 4. Well, that's a 2-out walk. First one issued by J.D. Cummins. The runners will be at first and second. And Landon Evans, the first baseman, will be at the plate. This is the one we told you could be a teammate with Braxton Smith and J.D. Cummins in a couple of years at Meridian Community College. As Cummins steps on the rubber and steps off. But Evans struck out his first at bat against J.D. That one hits him. Does it not hit him? I thought it hit him. No, it did not hit him. So the ball rolls to the backstop. Everybody's going to be able to advance up. I thought that hit him, but Evans didn't take off like he knew it hit him. So obviously it did not. But I thought that for certain caught him on the back of the heel right there. But it'll draw a visit to the mound from pitching coach Wesley Dew. He'll bring his entire infield in. Ewing led off the inning with a single. And then Cummins got back-to-back strikeouts. And he walked Darian Jackson. And right there, he almost hit Landon Evans. So it's a 1-0 count. Kosciusko leads at 5-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sunstar Insurance presents 3rd innings for Whippets baseball. Taking a look at what Landon Evans has done on the season, he leads the team in home runs. He is what we would call the primary power threat for this ball club. I have him with 5 home runs on the season. Came in batting it at .357. So probably the hitter you want at the plate if you're New Albany when you're trailing it by 5 and you got a couple of runners on base. But that meeting is concluded, and J.D. Cummins is ready to go. The lefty sends one to the plate. That one, with a curveball, it'll get past Jackson Schuler, and it'll allow a run to come home. So that one was a breaking ball. hit off the glove of Schuler on the inside corner. So that'll make it 5-1. Kerbo comes home to score. Jackson moves over to third base. I'm going to rule that one a wild pitch. That's up and out, ball 3. 3-0 is the count to the number 2 batter in the lineup, Landon Evans, the Bulldogs first baseman. Give him the green light on the 3-0 count, and he fouls it off. Farm Bureau foul ball. As that one's popped up in foul territory. Carson Filial giving chase. Is he going to be able to make the catch? No. Over pursued it. And that one was hit about a mile high. And he is right there in front of the New Albany dugout. But yeah, that one stayed up there. Oh, it was up there so long it probably got a mid-flight meal. It might have got some peanuts or a complimentary drink. But that one was a long way up there. And as I said, Filial just kind of over pursued it. Landed behind him. But as it is, it's a Farm Bureau foul ball and a strike, 3-2. It's a called strike 3. Cummins comes back and gets him on the inside corner for a called strike. But in the inning, New Albany will get 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. We will go to the 4th inning. Kosciusko with a 5-0 lead over the Bulldogs.
Pawpaw, where are you at?
Miles, I'm fixing to go flying.
Wait a minute, Pawpaw. I can't go fishing, but you can go flying?
I guess you're right, Miles. If you can't go fishing, I can't go flying. We've got to get to selling some cars. And with rebates and discounts, never been better than today at Frank's Chevrolet GMC here in Kosciusko.
Shop us online at frankchevy.com.
Or come see us on Highway 35 North. Tell them Miles sent you. All right, Miles, you can go fishing now.
Pawpaw, I got one and it's huge.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko with a 5-1 lead as we get set for the top of the 4th inning. The New Albany Bulldogs got 1 run on a wild pitch. It was a leadoff single from Sam Ewing. He was able to come around on a couple of wild pitches and took home on 1 wild pitch. But J.D. Cummins strikes out the side. He's got 5 punch-outs through 3 complete innings. Bottom third of the order. Up for the Whippets, 7, 8, and 9 would be Bradley Goss. Lead things off, Braxton Smith, and then Braden Rigby. Goss reached on an error and came around to score in that 2nd inning. Right there, he takes strike 1. That one stays up for ball 2. One thing I do like about Parker Skinner is that he does not take a lot of time between pitches. He is ready to go. Inside ball 2. You know, some pitchers like that. Some pitchers like the rhythm. They like to keep going. Some pitchers, like to take a little bit of time. But Skinner, he gets Goss to swing over the top of that one. It's Skinner that's committed to, it's Hicks. There's 2 Parkers on the team, and they go back to back in the lineup, so they get them a little confused. That's called strike 3. Came inside and got him. It's a 2nd strikeout of the ball game for Skinner. And then we'll send up Braxton Smith. Smith had a triple his first at bat. He hit one down in the right field corner. It turned into the old Little League home run because when they relayed the throw to third, it went out into left field. He was able to come home on that throwing error. First pitch swinging is foul tipped back into the screen for strike 1. Farm Bureau foul ball. Big breaking ball. Must have been a little bit up. I thought for certain that one was in the zone. Might have been a little bit upstairs. 1-1. That one comes down maybe just a hair and finds the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4th innings for Whippets baseball. Brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. And pokes that one foul. Going to land on one of the other fields here. Big complex here. Think Hugh Ellard Park, but bigger in Kosciusko. I think we determined there's 10 fields here. There's 2 quads, and then there's 2 other smaller fields. Low ball 2 to even up the count. But they had a softball tournament here today, so there was absolutely no parking when you pulled it in. 2-2 pitch, low in the dirt, ball 3. Luckily for me, I was following the team bus, so I got to just pull in right behind the Whippet bus and just park by them. 3-2. Called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Parker Skinner. 2 outs in the inning. It's all up to Braden Rigby to try to keep this one going. Whippets did most of their damage with 2 outs in that 3rd inning when they got that big home run from Carson Filial. They lead it 5-1. But Rigby's the number 9 hitter playing right field today. Fouls the first one off to the right. Farm Bureau foul ball. That one's about eye level for ball 1. Makes it even. And it comes inside, catches the corner for a strike. Strike 2. Skinner throws. Upstairs. 2-2. And Rigby will call for time. I'm told some of the North Pontotoc team has showed up here, scouting their opponents. As we told you earlier, it's only about 15 minutes down the road. 2-2. Up, ball 3. I imagine there's North Pontotoc players, North Pontotoc coaches. I imagine a lot of them over here doing some scouting. Rigby pops one into shallow left field. Coming on is Young. He dives and makes the catch for the final out. Whippets are retired in order in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kosciusko with a 5-1 lead over New Albany.
Hi, this is Allison Schuler, CEO of Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. You deserve care that's close to home and close to the heart. We offer swing bed services, rehabilitation, infusion therapy, and chemotherapy delivered with skill and compassion. Our emergency room is here when you need immediate care, and we provide outpatient laboratory, radiology, and respiratory services all under one roof. At Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala, you're not just a patient, you're our neighbor and our priority.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko with a 5-1 lead over the New Albany Bulldogs. We get set to give you the bottom of the 4th inning. It will be the heart of the order for the Bulldogs, 3, 4, and 5. They'll work it against J.D. Cummins, who's still on the mound for the Whippets. I haven't quite updated. Let's see here. 43 pitches for J.D. Cummins. First pitch swinging from Yarbrough. fouled. Back strike one. Yarborough struck out, looking to end the first inning. Floats one in there, does JD, for strike two. Taken on the inside corner. We told you about Yarborough playing in the Mississippi Association of Coaches All-Star game. He's also going to be playing in it's like a Northeast Mississippi version of that. He'll play in that one. He swings and comes up empty. 6 strikeouts. Dickerson Petroleum strikeouts in the ball game for J.D. Cummins, and it'll be Parker Hicks. Hicks, the shortstop. Hicks comes back up there with that Big Mountain, Baby I Love Your Way. It's a great song. Hear that one on the breakfast show every now and then. Here on Breezy 103. Hicks, 351 batter. Takes one outside, ball one. Hicks committed to play at Pearl River Community College, coached by Michael Avalon. So, Holmes Community College alum. I think Pearl River's still number 1 in the country in baseball. They've been up there in the top 3 all season long. Pitches up and out, ball 2. Mississippi JUCO baseball, some of the best in the country. Not some of the best, probably the best in the country. 2-0 pitch. Swinging, strike one. Slowed that one down a little bit. Did JD. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Comes home and goes a little bit low. 3-1. Other area teams that played today, the Ethel Lady Tiger softball team, they got a win over West Lincoln. I think it was 3-1. So I think force a game 3. Called strike 2. Makes it a full count to Parker Hicks. Ethel baseball taking on Resurrection Catholic today. That game going on right now. We'll give you an update when we get that one. And we have here, wardrobe malfunction on the mound. It's okay, JD. My belt breaks every now and then, too. But it's not because I'm doing anything athletic. It just gets too small. It's like, yeah. JD's belt kind of snapped on him. And as I said, mine will do that, too, but that's usually at Thanksgiving. And they're going to give him a chance out there to fix that. But, yeah, the Lady Whippets should be getting underway from Mooreville. I do have an update. Let's see. Somewhere. I had so many things that come to my phone. So many notifications. Looks like the Lady Whippets went down in the first. They had a couple of hits, but not able to push anybody home. So, scoreless over in Mooreville. Here it's Kosciusko 5, New Albany 1. It looks like everybody's good. Got some action out in the Whippets bullpen down the right field line. Can't quite tell who it might be. It's a double-digit number. I'll give you that. Swinging strike 3. Got him on a curveball. 7 strikeouts. Dickerson Petroleum strikeouts for J.D. Cummins.
Number 5, Parker Skinner.
Parker Skinner, the pitcher. J.D. will face his counterpart here. 5 out of the last 6 batters he's faced, J.D. has struck out. 2 outs in the inning. That ball is lined into center field, but right to Bradley Goss. Doesn't really have to move. Oh, the Bulldogs go down in order. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 4 in the books. Kosciusko leads it 5-1.
Feed, seed, clothing, decor, the everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Make your outdoors the great outdoors with the Atala County Co-op on Highway 12. Spring's here with veggies, flowers, hanging baskets, porch leaners, yard mats, balloons, and spinners. Plus baby chicks, live bait, and X-Tough Riptide sandals and cruisers for the season ahead.
Atala County Co-op.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko Whippets baseball from here in North Mississippi, Union County, on a beautiful Mississippi Saturday night. It's not like a Louisiana Saturday night like they sing about in the song, getting down the fiddle and getting down the bow. In Mississippi Saturday nights, we play baseball and softball because there's a whole lot of softball gals running around over here. I'd say by the looks maybe a 11, 12 age group. Not what it looks like, maybe 11, 12, 13 something. As the Whippets here in the top of the fifth lead things off with Brooks Kewen. Kewen's first pitch he sees, he fouls it off to the left, the third base line, the left-hander. Upstairs, ball one. I think the booth determined that it was Rowdy Roan out there taking some warm-up tosses in the Whippets bullpen down the right side, beyond the right field wall. That one's low. Ball two. Sort of like, think about a major league ballpark. You've seen major league ballparks where they have the bullpen out in the outfield wall. That's what it looks like here. That one's up for ball three. Fifth innings for Whippets baseball brought to you by HelpHappensHere.com, a new service from Boswell Media. 3-1 pitch. That one catches the corner. Strike two. Yeah, HelpHappensHere.com if you need, say you need a painter or you need a plumber or something like that. So to go on there and find someone. That's a called strike three. Called him on the inside corner. 4 punch-outs in the ball game for Parker Skinner. 1 down. Atkinson will come to the plate. Designated hitter. Hope he's got some ice. He's been hit by 2 pitches. That time, Skinner stayed away from him, but right down the middle for a strike. And he hit him with the curveball there. And Atkinson swung, got a little piece of it, but fouled it into the glove of the catcher, Ewing. 0-2 pitch, got him chase a high fastball. Got him on 3 straight. 2 quick outs in the inning. And it's Aiden Howard at the plate. Howard walked, came around to score on that 3-run home run by Carson Filio. Well, he almost had a home run himself as he takes ball one. He hit one a long way, but it was foul. 1-0. That comes inside for ball two. If you're wondering, if you've never been up in this part of the state of Mississippi where New Albany is, a little bit northwest of the Pontotoc area. There's one that rolls to the gaps. Hicks can't play it. And Howard's on with what I would assume is going to be a hit. That one got through Willis, and it was deep, deep in the hole at shortstop. I don't think most likely you got to rule that one a hit. But we'll wait and see what the iPad says. Carson Filial steps up to the plate. He hit that big 3-run home run. His last at bat out in almost dead center field. Swings over the top of that one. They do indeed go ahead and give the single to Aiden Howard. His first hit of the ball game. 0-1. That one's pulled to shortstop, and it gets through. Howard's going to try to take third base. Here comes the throw. It rolls to the dugout. And Filial ends up at second base. So the Whippets will have two runners in scoring position. And Jackson Schuler at the plate. That one's probably going to be an error, I would think. As Skinner got to it, he had a chance to backhand that one. They will rule that an error. So, error on Hicks out at shortstop. Jackson Schuler, the Whippets catcher, is grounded out to Hicks. There's only 2 times at the plate. A couple of ground outs to shortstop. But right now he's trying to get one through the infield, maybe bring a couple of runs home, extend the Whippets lead. First pitch swinging, it'll be foul over beyond the Whippets dugout. Farm Bureau foul ball. Schuler had a home run and a double in Thursday's game. He's our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. Stick around for our post-game wrap-up. That's what we'll give another honor to someone. Right now, it seems like Carson Filial might be in the lead. That big home run he's got put the Whippets up by 4. Skinner steps off the rubber a couple of times there. Got an update for you from Moorville. As that ball's going to roll away from the catcher, and Howard will be able to advance. Filial goes over to third base. Well, the Whippets get one on the passed ball. Makes it 6-1. 2-0. The Troopers lead Kosciusko Lady Whippets after 1 inning. Appreciate Whippets cheer coach Manza Blaine keeping us up to date. 1-1 pitch, hit deep in the air to left center. It is off the wall. Schuler going to be standing at second base. Boy, he missed the home run by about 4 feet. I think that, I don't have great eyes, but I think that says El Agave. It hit off of the Mexican, I assume that's a Mexican restaurant. Some kind of Mexican restaurant. Hit it right off that sign, and that does bring home a run. That makes it 7-1. So it's another RBI double for Jackson Schuler. They get a courtesy runner out at second base. That'll be Kenyon Weatherby. Comes in to run for the catcher. Will be Brendan Truss at the plate. He's grounded out a couple of times to the left side of the infield, shortstop and third base. Low for ball 1. Kosciusko's played at 2 in the inning. They lead it 7-1. Kenyon Weatherby is one of our players of the game last week. Had a good game against Byhalia in game 2. Downstairs, ball 2. You heard Coach McBride talk about Weatherby in the Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala Coaches Show every Thursday on Breezy 103 and Boswell Media Sports Spotify channel. Popped up. It's going to be foul and get out of play over to our right. If the Whippets are able to move on and advance, you would be able to hear Coach McBride again this Thursday during the breakfast show. Breezy 103, 2-1. The count. Truss hits one high out into left field. Young will range over to his left, and he'll pull it down for the out for the Whippets in the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Kosciusko 7, New Albany 1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Your good health is our priority.
When it comes to your children, you always want the best in care. Pediatricians Dr. Abby Wiltshire and Dr. Helen Turner at Premier Medical Group will take care of your child and listen to you. For sickness, wellness, or vaccinations, call 662-289-1800 for an appointment.
Hello, spring! And hello, Sullivan's Boutique. If your closet's ready for a little sunshine, you'll love the beautiful prints and fresh new styles arriving daily. From casual days to special spring celebrations, there's something waiting just for you. Shop in-store for that full boutique feel or browse anytime at shopsullivans.com. You'll even find beautiful E. Newton jewelry and trendy home decor to brighten up both you and your space. Plus, free local pickup when you order online. And don't forget, take 15% off online with code SPRING15. Sullivan's Boutique. Fresh style, fresh season.
Boswell Media Sports.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here from New Albany. Kosciusko with a 7-1 lead over the Bulldogs. Still J.D. Cummins on the mound. We mentioned the Whippet getting warm in the bullpen. I had J.D. with 53 pitches. So might be a situation of Whippets will let him go until you get somebody on base or get into trouble or something like that. But we'll see what Coach McBride and Coach Doom. Well, Cummins has pitched a great game so far. He's got 7 strikeouts. He's only given up the 1 hit. And it will be 6, 7, and 8 for the Bulldogs. Finn Willis, Sam Ewing, and Cohen Young. Finn Willis popped out to Braden Rigby to end the 2nd inning. And Rigby actually made a great play. It was a diving play out there in right field. The first pitch from Cummins is upstairs, ball 1. So we were talking about geography and everything about where Union County is. That's a pitch called a strike inside corner. But yeah, northwest of Pontotoc a little bit. I've been up here a few times. Of course, we mentioned 2 years ago here. I've been here for a wedding. And, you know, we take a lot of pride in the Atala County Courthouse there on the square in Kosciusko. One of the more picturesque ones in the state. But the Union County Courthouse, if you've never seen it as well, it would rival Atala counties for just that old-fashioned look as that pitch stays upstairs. If you don't believe me, go. It's 2026. You can Google it right now. Union County, Mississippi Courthouse. It is picturesque. 2-1. Ball will be lined off the glove of Smith. He's going to catch it and throw in time to get the out. Boy, that 6'3" frame helped Smith. He went up in the air, tried to get it, hit his glove, and then it rolled right to his feet. I think he was helped out because Willis, he kind of slowed up a little bit. I think Willis thought that Smith caught it at first, so he kind of stopped running. And then Smith able to regain his composure and get the play. So good job there by Braxton Smith. But Sam Ewing comes to the plate. Low and inside, ball 1. He's got the only hit of the evening for the New Albany Bulldogs. He had a double in the game on Thursday. You see why he is the designated hitter. Tonight he's the catcher, but Whippets haven't been able to figure him out. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. I'll give you some numbers on Ewing. Comes in batting at about 260. Chops that one to second base. Smith plays it off a good hop. Will throw to first base for the out. Back-to-back putouts at second base for Smith. 2 outs in the inning, and Cohen Young, the left fielder, will be the batter. Right-hander was a strikeout victim, his last at bat. We got some action going on down in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. I think that might just be Skinner trying to stay warm. Well, they're saying maybe it's a Parker Hicks that's taking some tosses down there. First pitch to Young was popped up foul for strike 1. So, yeah, it looks like maybe it's Hicks down there in the bullpen. That's up. Ball 1 evens up the count. We're in the 5th inning. 5th innings for Whippets Baseball, brought to you by HelpHappensHere.com. Excuse me, swing. And popped up. But Jackson Schuler gave it a good effort. Not able to get to it behind home plate, so it's strike 2. HelpHappensHere.com, 5th innings. Sun beginning to set here at the ballpark. Oh, I see El Agave now. It's right here by the ballpark. So that's the sign out in left field. Curveball's pulled up the middle. Truss going to have to hurry. Gets it and throws it on the run for the out. So the Bulldogs go down in order to end the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And 5 are in the books. Kosciusko with a 7-1 lead over the Bulldogs of New Albany.
Feed, seed, clothing, decor, the everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Make your outdoors the great outdoors with the Atala County Co-op on Highway 12. Spring's here with veggies, flowers, hanging baskets, porch leaners, yard mats, balloons, and spinners. Plus baby chicks, live bait, and X-Tough Riptide sandals and cruisers for the season ahead.
Atala County Co-op.
Shopping for car insurance is so confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help you choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Call State Farm agent Angel Albany McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
We'll get to the top of the 6th inning from New Albany. Kosciusko 7, New Albany Bulldogs 1. Breck Riley here from Legion Field, B&A Park. We got Donald back in the studio. Bradley Goss, first pitch, rolls it to shortstop. It's a slow roller. Hicks up with it. Not going to be able to throw out the speedy Bradley Goss. That's an infield single. Goss had struck out and reached on an error, but the Whippets, for the first time in the ballgame, they have 7 runs, but for the first time in the ballgame, they get the leadoff batter on base. Braxton Smith at the plate, struck out his last at bat, but he tripled and scored. Drove in a run back in the 2nd. He gives one a ride out into left field, but Young will go back and make the catch. First pitch swinging. A long fly ball out to left field, and
Number 11.
Braden Rigby. Rigby at the plate today. He's 0 for 2. Popped out to left field. It was a diving stop by Young out in left, and then also grounded out to third base. Rigby's playing right field in the ball game, and he's one of those utility guys. So far, he's played, I think, second base, left field, center field, right field all season throughout the year. One of those plug-and-play type of guys. Throw over to first. Not in time. First pitch was a ball. 1-0. Big thank you to Coach Drew Wheeler for letting us set up here in the press box. Gave us a good spot up here. Showed me where to set up. Gave us the premium position right here up front. Inside ball, too. Talked to Coach Wheeler a little bit. He said he teaches the broadcast journalism or the broadcast media. He teaches that here at New Albany. This is a cool program. So he and I were talking some. That ball's hit in the air to shallow left center field. It will be Young who calls off everybody. He had to make a long run, but he will catch it for out number 2. We'll go back to the top of the order with 2 outs and Brooks Kewen. But yeah, Coach Wheeler and I talking about, different things, pieces of equipment, laptops, internet, things like that. So very gracious to allow us up here in the booth. Goss is trying to take second base, and he will without a throw. Ewing popped up to try to throw him out. Couldn't get the exchange. So ball comes out of his glove. The pitch was a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Brooks Kewen. Still 2-0 in that game between Kosciusko and Moorville softball. Bottom of the second inning. Kewen pokes one out to left field. That's drifting foul. Only 1 ball, 1 strike. Brooks' older brother Barrett playing his baseball down in Goodman. They both wear that number 7 for their cousin Seth Smith. Played baseball at Ole Miss. Played for the Colorado Rockies and pros. As Skinner looks back to runner. Another one that'll be hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes as we get a meeting up the third base line between Brooks Kewen and Coach Cole McBride. Parker Skinner on the mound. That was pitch number 99 that was pitch number 100 for Parker Skinner. Coach McBride and saying something to his leadoff batter there, Brooks Kewen, the left-handed hitting left fielder. Whippets have Bradley Goss down at second base. Trying to tack on a couple of more runs here, add to their 6-run lead. The Whippets win this one. They're moving on to round 3. If New Albany comes back, we'll have us a game 3. Skinner throws in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Kewen. Pretty good number of Whippet fans made the trip up off to my right. I don't remember how many of them made the trip up yesterday like I did. I don't know, as that time called at the plate as Skinner was not getting into his motion, so Kewen does what he's coached to do, take time there. Talked to some of the parents. Some of them were about to Pontotoc yesterday. Low ball 3. Some of them were about Pontotoc when they got the word about the game being canceled. I was here in the parking lot with the team. Pulled up right after they did. Watching Mississippi State baseball on my phone in my car while it rained. Pulled to the right side, backhanded nicely by Evans, and he'll take it himself and step on the bag for the outs. The Whippets get a leadoff batter on, but not able to get anybody across. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Kosciusko 7, New Albany 1.
Looking for more than just fuel? At Dickerson Petroleum Transportation and Services, we deliver, and it doesn't stop at the pump. Need tank installation or specialized solutions? We've got you covered from Mississippi to Alabama and Louisiana. And if you're searching for a rewarding career, ask about employment opportunities at Dickerson Petroleum. Hungry on the go? Swing by Kangaroo Crossing for a snack or a quick meal. Dickerson Petroleum. Let us fuel your success. Drive in or call us today, because with Dickerson, you get service that goes the extra mile.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back here at the ballpark, Kosciusko leads at 7-1 as we're ready for the bottom of the sixth inning. J.D. Cummins is going to come back out on the mound. He's pitched a good one so far. Coach McBride and Coach Dew going to let him keep rolling. It looks like we'll have, is that a, nope, that's going to be Cooper. Thought it might be a pinch hitter walking up, but it will be the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and then back to the top of the order, 9, 1, and 2. So we Noah Cooper, Darion Jackson, and Landon Evans. Let's see any defensive changes for the Whippets. Everything still looks to be the same. Cummins on the mound, Schuler behind the plate, Howard at first base. It's Smith at second base, Truss at shortstop, Philios at third. Left to right in the outfield is Brooks Kewen, Bradley Goss, and Braden Rigby out in right field. Sixth innings for Whippets baseball, brought to you by Central Tire Service. As I told you Thursday, I visited Central Tire this week, get my oil changed, make sure my car was in tip-top shape. As they hooked me up, first pitch is a called strike to Cooper. And I'm glad I did, because I had to make 2 trips up here to New Albany. So I'm glad I stopped by and got the full service there from Central Tire. Swinging strike 2 over the top of that one was Cooper. Big 12-6 curveball there from J.D. Cummins. Cooper able to stay alive, fouls that one off up the first base line. Farm Bureau foul ball. Things are getting exciting over to our left. A softball tournament going on. 0-2 pitch. Looped into shallow left field. I'm not sure anybody's going to get to it. No, Goss will get to it. A sliding catch. And able to come down with it. Gosk found a gear about halfway through his gallop there and slid on his backside and caught the ball. Boy, I thought that one was going to fall, but that's why you're a center fielder. You got the speed, you can do that. So that's out number 1, and we'll go to the top of the order. Darion Jackson with the plate. Takes strike 1. Jackson today has grounded out to shortstop and walked. I'll give you an update from Mooreville. That pitch comes inside. Makes it ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kosciusko Lady Whippets have tied it up 2-2. In the top of the 3rd inning. Darion Jackson pushes that one foul over towards one of the other fields. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Center fielder, Region 1 4A Defensive Player of the Year. Cummins leaves that one up. 2-2. The count. Cummins into his delivery and hits that. Jackson in the back there. Hits him between the numbers 2 and 3. That's hit by pitch.
Number 4, Landon.
And that might be it for J.D. Cummins. He's pitched a great ball game, but Coach Cole McBride is making the walk to the mound. And it might be all she wrote for the Whippets left-handed, junior left-hander. We'll see what might happen, and we are going to get a pitching change. And he'll get a good round of applause from the Whippet faithful. And he deserves it. Looks like it'll be Rowdy Roan coming in to pitch. We will take a break for that pitching change timeout. But Whippets lead at 7-1, bottom of the sixth inning with 1 out and a pitching change. Back after this from Boswell Media Sports.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Boswell Media Sports.
Coach McBride making the call to the bullpen. He'll bring in the sophomore Rowdy Roan. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. Kosciusko with a 7-1 lead over the New Albany Bulldogs. Roan will inherit a runner at first base. That's still J.D. Cummins' responsibility, so don't close the book on him just yet. But so far, 5 1/3 innings pitched. J.D. only gave up the 1 hit. 1 run, he walked 2 and struck out 7. J.D. had a good outing there, but as I said, that runner at first base is his responsibility. So Rowdy Roan will come in to pitch. He got some innings, or he got 1 inning in the game on Thursday. Whippets hoping he can close it out here. The right-hander floats one in, ball 1. We've talked about this before with Roan. He's right-hander, but he's sort of that three-quarter arm slot. That one comes back in for a strike. Hard to pick up that angle. J.D. is tall, and he's a tall lefty. So you're looking at the ball coming from that way, and then Rowdy gets on the bump, and it's just sort of a different look as that one comes back in across the plate for a strike, too, to Landon Evans. Evans is 0 for 2 today, a couple of strikeouts. Not something you say about him a lot. He's a 360 hitter. Hits that one deep in the air to left field. Kewen's going back. He'll make the catch on the warning track. Oh, Evans gave it a ride, but it's just a long out. Then it's out number 2. That shows you the power of Evans. Didn't even sound like he got a hold of it. Yeah, didn't even sound like he got a big stick on that one. But it just kept going and going. Kewen pulled it down for the second out. Connor Yarbrough, he's also 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He came in batting at above 400. Pops it up on the infield. Who's going to call for it? Looks like Aiden Howard will come down from first base, make the catch about 7 feet in front of home plate. And that will do it for the 6th inning. Rowdy Roan comes in and throws 4 pitches and gets 2 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We'll go to the final inning. Kosciusko leads it 7-1 over New Albany.
In every sport, the goal is to be the very best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We strive hard to make every policy, quote, and claim a highlight. Our goal is to be your MVP. That's your most valuable protection on auto, home, commercial, and life insurance needs. The championship service from your Alpha lineup is consistently improving to score you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Call us today at 662-289-1024 or stop by our office at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko and visit our team of Jennifer Bruce, Diane Edwards, or myself, Chris Coleman, and allow us the opportunity to take the insurance playing field with you. you. We want you on our team at Alpha, the Chris Coleman Agency in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko leads at 7-1 as we start the 7th inning. Against New Albany, we have a pitching change. I want to make all of these notes. It looks like Hicks is going to come in. Parker. Still going to be Parker on the mound, but it's just Parker Hicks. And get the defensive changes for you. Skinner went to first base. Skinner went to first. I believe Ray came in to play second. Ray's at second. And Evans went to right field. And shortstop is Cooper. Everything else, I believe, is the same. So, yeah. Hicks will come in to pitch. Ewing still behind the plate. Skinner's at first base. Evans goes from first to right field. Ray goes from right field to second base. Cooper goes from second base to shortstop. So there you go. That's all the defensive changes to note. But the pitcher on the mound is Pearl River Community College commitment. I'll give you the book on Parker Skinner. After this, we take a look at what Hicks has done on the mound. As Reese Atkinson, 2, 3, and 4 come to the plate for the Whippets. Atkinson today hit by a couple of pitches and struck out. He takes strike one from the new pitcher, Hicks. Hicks, a right-hander, 37 2/3 innings pitched. Low, ball one there. You get him up 39 hits, 37 hits, 22 runs, just 17 earned runs. He's walked 13, struck out 39. He's got a 3.16 earned run average, and as we told you, he's committed to Pearl River Community College. Comes inside with the fastball there. Called strike two, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here are the numbers on Skinner after this pitch from Hicks. Low, ball 2. Skinner went 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 7 runs. Here's the what turns your stomach if you're a New Albany fan. Just 3 earned runs. Walked 1 and struck out 5. Atkinson pulls that one foul at the third base line. 7th innings for Whippets baseball, brought to you by The Breakfast Show. Weekday mornings. Breezy 103. I hear that host they got is kind of a chucklehead. As Atkinson fouls that one off. The Breakfast Show, the most important show of the day, that's what we like to say. Kosciusko 7, New Albany 1, top of the 7th inning. As Atkinson bombs one out to left field, and that's off the wall. He'll be standing at second base with a leadoff double. Well, if he hits that one maybe in the 2nd inning or when we had some wind blowing, that one might have got out over the wall. But it's a double. But the Whippets first baseman, Aiden Howard, will be at the plate. The left-hander, as Sam Ewing, will walk out and talk to his new pitcher, Parker Hicks. So, yeah, the winner of this one moves on to take on North Pontotoc. Winner of this series. If Kosciusko wins this game, it would be Kosciusko to move on and face North Pontotoc. If New Albany comes back, we'd have to have a game 3. But North Pontotoc is who's waiting the winner of this series. This is game number 2. Whippets won game 1 on Thursday. And Howard squares around like he wants to bunt and pulls the bat back. The pitcher's upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Howard today, he's reached on a single and he walked. He also struck out. Hicks steps off the rubber, fakes the throw back out to second base. right-hander. The long look back at second. Howard puts one up the third baseline on a bunt. Roll foul. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Still tied 2-2 over in Mooreville between the Lady Whippets and the Lady Troopers. Hicks looks the runner back. Mooreville Troopers. It's a good mascot, not one that you hear of a lot. You got some fun ones up here in this part of the state, like East Union. They're the Urchins right down the road, even though their mascot's a seahorse. Somehow it's an urchin. And the Troopers, as Howard fouls that one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fun story about Mooreville and Mantachie. Legend goes that they were both the Mustangs. Mantachie Mustangs, Mooreville Mustangs. They're about 20 minutes apart. But at one point they decided we're going to have a football game or we're going to have a game and decide who's going to be the Mustangs. Apparently Mantachie won that one. So they got to be the Mustangs, and Mooreville went with the Troopers. 1-2 pitches outside makes it 2-2. Now, I don't know how true that is. You know how small town legend stories can get, embellished a little bit, but I have a buddy from Mooreville, and he says that's what everybody up that way believes. They all just accept it as fact. But Lady Whippets are trying to force a game 3 and make the Lady Troopers come back to Kosciusko early next week. 2-2 pitch. Howard able to stay alive, caught just enough of it, fouled it back. So count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So all season long, Whippets have had that top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 have all been left-handers. But here in this series, as Howard swings and misses, we'll have to throw down to first base on the drop third strike. As that's strike 3. So first strike out of the ball game for Parker Hicks. That's the 6th in the ball game for pitching from New Albany. But yeah, all season long, Whippets have had those 3 lefties. You have Kewen, Goss, and then Howard to lead things off. But this weekend series, they've switched up and put Atkinson there in the middle and moved Goss down the lineup a little bit. It's worked so far. Whippets have, 19 runs in 2 innings. As somebody called time before something happened, Hicks went ahead and threw the ball, and it hit off of Carson's Filial's back of his leg. I don't know. It wasn't a balk because Atkinson's still at second base. So somebody just called time. Oh, it's a no pitch. We'll start over and do it again. Filial 1 for 3. And a home run. Reached on an error. Popped up. He fouls that one off. Swung it one low in the zone. Fouled it off. Boy, Ewing was sitting down on his backside there. No, he just went straight. Didn't drop to the knees or anything. Just sat straight down behind home plate. Kosciusko 7, New Albany 1. Top of the 7th inning. Whippets trying to push off across an insurance run or 2. A leadoff double from Reese Atkinson. Carson Filial hit one to almost to the highway back in the 3rd inning. Really a turning point of the game. It's close until then. He sends another one out to center field. This time the ballpark will hold it as Jackson will run up and make the catch on the left side of that big NA maroon logo in center field. 2 outs now.
Number 4,
It'll send Jackson Schuler to the plate. Jackson Schuler, 1 for 2. Got a double his last at bat and drove in a run. And other than that, he has grounded out to shortstop a couple of times. Oh. Up to the Whippets catcher to try to bring Atkinson home from second base. Atkinson's got some speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him moving on a hit and run or something like that. Hicks takes a long look at him and fires one in for a strike. So Schuler down 0-1. Whippets catcher here. He's also the fullback, tight end, H-back, everything for the Whippet football team. They start spring football on Monday. 0-1. Swinging strike, too. Well over the top of that one. Coach Orr and that Whippet football team, made it to all the way to the state championship before falling to Columbia. They're trying to bring a lot of that offense back, so they'll get to work on this, what the 2026 squad will look like. They got to replace a lot on defense. They'll start on that on Monday. Hicks, another long look. 0-2. Swinging, I guess they say Schuler caught a piece of that one. So fouled it back. I didn't hear it hit. We're not too far away from the field. Really cool setup here. You're probably familiar with a quad setup of 4 baseball or softball fields, and then right in the middle there's a concession stand. I have that at just about every park you go to. Well, up top, they got a press area up here. There's a lot of room up here. So what do they got us put here? 0-2 pitch. Schuler wears that one on the knee. It stings a little bit, but he'll take first base. I imagine we'll see
shortstop Brendan Truss.
Kenyon Weatherby come out to run for him. Let's see if that's who they send out. It will indeed be Kenyon Weatherby. Yeah.
Runner number 6, Weatherby.
Yeah. Weatherby's going to go out there, and it'll be runners at first and second. Brendan Truss, the Whippet shortstop, at the plate. 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a pop out. A couple of runners on here could help extend that 6-run Whippet lead. Hicks comes right down the middle for strike 1. Truss will look at his wrist. Find the play on the play card. I'd be surprised to see Whippets putting a hit and run on here with the 2 speedsters. Speedy guys on first and second. No, popped up. 2 outs, so no infield fly rule. Getting it behind the bag was Ray. And the Whippets are retired in the inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Couple of men left on base. Over the bottom of the 7th inning, Kosciusko with a 7-1 lead over New Albany.
In every sport, the goal is to be the very best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We strive hard to make every policy, quote, and claim a highlight. Our goal is to be your MVP. That's your most valuable protection on auto, home, commercial, and life insurance needs. The championship service from your Alpha lineup is consistently improving to score you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Call us today at 662-289-1024 or stop by our office at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko and visit our team of Jennifer Bruce, Diane Edwards, or myself, Chris Coleman, and allow us the opportunity to take the insurance playing field with you. We want you on our team at Alpha, the Chris Coleman Agency in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Rowdy Roan will walk back out to the mound looking for 3 outs to try to send the Whippets to the 3rd round of the baseball playoffs, the 4A playoffs. He'll have to earn it. 4, 5, and 6 due up for this New Albany batting order. It would be Parker Hicks, Parker Skinner, and Finn Willis if there's no pinch hitters or anything like that. 7th innings for Whippets baseball are brought to you by The Breakfast Show. Stick around for our Angel Albany McDonald State Farm post-game show. I'm going to wrap this one up and name a player of the game. It'll be a quick wrap-up. We got a long trip back home, one that we've already made. A couple of times we made it yesterday. So we'll make it a quick wrap-up and then load up and head back south, hopefully with the W. Whippets need 3 outs. We'll move on to face North Pontotoc. We got time called as Parker Hicks, the pitcher, leads things off. He's 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. Rowdy Roan in relief. J.D. Cummins went 6 1/3 innings. Had a good outing. This Roan's first offering is outside. Well, if you think hard enough, if this score holds, you might can predict who our player of the game would be. That was inside corner called strike. Kind of fooled Hicks. He did one of those, thought about swinging and kind of just got off balance. 1-1. Stays up. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Parker Hicks. And then confusing in the lineup when you got 2 Parkers back to back. That's low, ball 3. 3-1. You got Parker Hicks and Parker Skinner right there in the line. At least they're different numbers. One of them's number 12 and one of them's number 5. If they were like 8 and 9, well, no, you wouldn't be able to figure that out. That's ball 4, but it actually hit him, so it didn't matter. So a leadoff runner, a batter is on, and that's the second hit batsman for the Whippet pitching staff, but first one for Rowdy Roan. J.D. Cummins hit the batter, and that was his last one he hit in the top of the 6th inning. And that's one he faced, but it'll be Parker Skinner. He's playing first base right now. He's 0 for 2. Hit a swinging strike 1. He popped out to center field, and he grounded out to shortstop. But yeah, Rowdy Roan leans in, lets that right arm hang with the ball there. Then that 3-quarter delivery. They're going to say he went around. They appealed down to first base on the check swing. Skinner not able to hold up. First base umpire says guilty. So Roan's quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. He's got the signal he wants from Schuler. Just a little bit outside. I mean, it's not a bad spot there for Roan. Throw that one, try to get that call, or maybe try to get Skinner to chase one. Skinner's a disciplined batter. There's a reason he's going to be playing college ball. That's a called strike on the inside corner. Floated it in there. 1 down in the inning for the Whippets. First strikeout for Roan, the 8th for Whippet pitching this afternoon. That's a Dickerson Petroleum strikeout. Let us fuel your success. Finn Willis, I think he's still at third base. Third baseman will step up to the plate. The right-hander is 0 for 2. Grounded out to second base and popped out to right field. Willis was the one that hit a shot, as that one's in there, but a little bit outside for ball 1. Yeah, he had a line drive to second base. Braxton Smith used every bit of that 6'3" frame to go up and try to snag it out of the air. Couldn't control it, but then he's able to complete the throw to first base to get the out. So it's very impressive. Pokes that one to the right side, does Willis. And we don't have a Runners at first and second. That'll be just the second hit of the ball game for the New Albany Bulldogs. But runners at first and second. And the person that has the only other hit in the ball game will be at the plate, Sam Ewing. He actually had, before Willis, he had the only hit and the only run scored. He's the catcher. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Up and out, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Kosciusko leads at 7-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Just needs 2 outs. Swinging strike 1. Call that a slider. Kind of came in there. Stayed inside. Rowdy Roan on the mound for the Whippets, trying to close it out. He did so in the game on Thursday. Whippets hoping to save a few arms if they're able to move on. Outside, ball 2. 2-1. Ewing at the plate, trying to keep the season alive for New Albany. Swinging strike 2. Over the top of that one. Ewing, just a junior. Came in batting at .261. Popped up, but it is going to get out of play foul back here between the fields over the third base dugout. Infield fly rule would be in effect on if anything like that stays on the infield. Runners at first and second. That one got out of play. As it is, it's strike 2. Evens up the count. Swinging strike 3. First base is occupied, so doesn't matter that Schuler didn't hang on to it. It'll be 2 outs. So 9 strikeouts in the ball game for Whippet pitching and 2 for Rowdy Roan. Yeah, first base was occupied. The runners were able to move up, so they are both in scoring position. Second base and third base, but as I said, first base was occupied. If it's not 2 outs, if it's less than 2 outs, you're not able to get to first on the drop third strike. So Cohen Young's all up to him. 2 outs. Cohen Young, the left fielder, he struck out and grounded out in the ball game. Roan checks the runner. Comes straight home, right down the middle for a strike. Whippet defense playing back, nobody holding anybody on. They just need the 1 out. They'll go to first base with anything hit on the infield. Roan, it's a swinging strike 2. Whippet's 1 strike away from punching that ticket to the 3rd round. Cohen Young will step out, do his routine, undo the Velcro on both batting gloves. Now he'll step back in. It's up to him to keep the New Albany season alive. Rowdy Roan trying to send the Whippets to the next round. Outside, ball 1, scooped up nicely by Jackson Schuler. Keeps that one in front of him. Keeps the runner down at third base. Whippet fans on their feet to my right. Got some clappers. You got some cowbells down the third base line for New Albany. 1-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. And that's the ball game. Kosciusko wins it 7-1. And they are moving on to the 3rd round of the postseason. We will step aside for our final break. And when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up and give you our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. Whippets win it 7-1, and they're moving on.
Hi, this is Allison Schuler, CEO of Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. You deserve care that's close to home and close to the heart. We offer swing bed services, rehabilitation, infusion therapy, and chemotherapy delivered with skill and compassion. Our emergency room is here when you need immediate care, and we provide outpatient laboratory, radiology, and respiratory services all under one roof. At Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala, you're not just a patient. You're our neighbor and our priority.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We know life has been busy and routines have changed. However, we do not want you to neglect your oral health. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
When something happens to your car, you might say, "Oh, come on. Seriously? This is so extra." But what you could say is, "Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there." Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim. This is so extra. Get someone who can actually help.
Call State Farm agent Angel Albany McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome in to a very quick Angel Albany McDonald State Farm post-game show. Kosciusko wins it 7-1 over the New Albany Bulldogs. They sweep the second-round series. They'll move on to face off against the Vikings of North Pontotoc, hopefully next week. I don't know if you looked at the forecast. I don't know when we're going to play. It's supposed to rain, but we'll get it in somehow. But that should be game one at home. Game two would be over at Ecru, and then if game three is needed, would be back in Kosciusko. I believe that's right. Kosciusko is the higher seed, so would normally be the case. If I'm wrong, we will get that sorted out. But the game wrap up for the Whippets: 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors. For New Albany, 1 run on 2 hits, 3 errors. For the Whippets, J.D. Cummins gets the win, 5 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 7. Rowdy Rowan comes in relief, 1 2/3 innings. He gives up 1 hit, and he strikes out 3. For New Albany, Parker Skinner went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 7 runs, just 3 of them were earned runs. He walked 1, struck out 5. Parker Hicks came in, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 1. Offensively for Kosciusko, you had doubles by Jackson Schuler and Reese Atkinson. He also got a triple from Braxton Smith and a home run by Carson Fillion. And Carson had 3 runs driven in. Braxton Smith also drove in a run, and Schuler drove in a run. You got hits from Aiden Howard as well as Bradley Goss, and we just told you about Braxton Smith. So that's it. Now, time to name our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. No surprise here. It's going to be J.D. Cummins. Cummins with a fantastic performance. 5 1/3 innings, we told you. Just the one hit and the one run. He walked 2 and struck out 7. So congratulations to JD, our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. That wraps it up for us. Big thank you to Donald back at the studio. And thank you to Coach Wheeler for New Albany. Got us up here, got us set up in the good spot here, and let us use the Wi-Fi and everything else. So we appreciate all the hospitality from the great folks here at New Albany. Also, thank you to everyone at Boswell Media Sports. So it'll be Melissa, Laura, Ashley, BMO, and Macy, whether they're creating graphics or creating commercials or selling ads. It is a group effort. But Kosciusko, big group effort for them. They're moving on to the next round. So Kosciusko wins it, and we'll sign off for our entire crew. Breck Riley saying good night